Yo, what is up, my brother Sharp here, bringing you guys another video, and today in this video I'm going to talk about two things. First, or I guess this is, the second topic what we're going to end with is the Season 3 draft and who we drafted and just really what that means. But first off, I want to say happy birthday to Team Kaliber. A year ago today, Team Kaliber, the organization, was formed. I think the pro team, or my team, when we were picked up, it was actually 9 days later. I want to say on July 20th. There's a whole video over on the TK channel, the YouTube channel, so you guys should check that out. It's pretty cool. It goes through the whole history of the channel throughout a year, and a pretty cool video. But I think it's pretty interesting that, not pretty interesting, but pretty cool that I personally have been on Team Kaliber since it's formed. You know, it was, like I said, formed a year ago, and then we were picked up 9 days later. So I've pretty much been here since the beginning, and I also see it pretty cool that the original team that was picked up a year ago has ended up being back together after a whole year of, you know, new teams, you know, this and that. After a year, this team is back together. So, you know, what a way for things to turn out. And we do have some pretty big information, or pretty big news, coming from the TK Pro team that you guys will find out in the next, you know, upcoming months. But let's talk about the Season 3 draft and who we drafted and why and what it means. Now the Season 3, now the draft is where you pick up the amateur players that didn't make it into Season 3 and aren't competing. You know, they have to compete through the AM bracket, and those players they have to have more than, I want to say, 3,000 pro points, and to be eligible to be drafted. And basically they play if a player on the main four can't make it. If they can't, you know, say if they're sick, if they're on vacation, if they're, you know, just anything, their power's out, they're getting hit offline, they can't make it, you know, the sub comes in and fills in. And in the rare occasion, say for Season 1, Mud Dog actually went to an event for Killa for Curse LV, and Noxide went to Anaheim in place of Perplex for Denial. The rare occasion that one of those players actually gets to play, you know, that can actually happen. But like I said, it's very rare. You know, it's only happened to two teams through the course of 2 seasons. So it's not really likely for like a player to just drop out and quit playing mid-season, but it does happen, and you know, it probably will happen this season. So we'll see. But yeah, so the draft really isn't all that too important. It's nothing really to get worked up about. If you don't get drafted, it's not really that big of a deal. If you do get drafted, then, you know, hey, you got drafted. But like I said, it's not really that big of a deal because, you know, most of these players should be able to make most of their matches all the time. And that's not just me being a dick. Like, oh, if you got drafted, it's not a big deal. Blah blah blah. You know, you guys don't matter. But I'm saying, like, you know, these players are on a pro team. If they can't find the time of their day to be a pro gamer, then they shouldn't be a pro gamer. And, you know, that's when the draft player should take their spot. But anyway, I guess the draft was kind of a big deal for, like, Radius and Rise. Rise ended up getting attached, and he's actually going to be their main player. So they drafted their main player from the draft, and Radius actually drafted, like, their whole team. They got Spacely, they got Slacked, they got Huddle. And I think that's going to end up, actually, because Saint is on their team, and Classic's actually on that team. So I don't know who from that team is actually going to be playing. I don't know if Classic plans on playing for that team. I don't think he is, but we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that team actually picked up main players. Now our draft picks, you know, I hope we don't have to use them. You know, I would rather play with my full team. But, you know, the first person we picked is someone that I would trust to play in the league matches and take it 100% serious. And, you know, because he actually told me, you know, I want to prove to people that I belong to be playing in Season 4. You know, where other players would just be butthurt and pissed off that they're not playing in Season 3. You know, they just be like, well, I'm not going to play for you, whatever. You know, Mud Dog, our first pick, is like, you know, I want to prove to people that I belong in Season 4. So, you know, I feel like Mud Dog is a good pickup for us. Our second pick was actually Sender. You know, I'm friends with Sender. He's just like, I think before regionals, he was like, I'm praying to play you. So every time I see him at events, he's like, I'm praying. So, you know, me and him have fun. And plus, he's a warrior, so we got to get that warrior connection in there. If we need him, we can put him in the game if we need some extra connection boost. And then our third pick was actually Mr. James. I think he was on TSM. I think that was their team name from Niagara. You guys know them. They actually beat Complexity in the winners bracket, and So yeah, we picked up Mr. James. That was one of the people Theory said to get. And then our last pick was just a friend of mine. Like I said, we already had 3 players. And this player, can jump in if needed, but I don't really know how much he plays. He probably, actually, I don't know if he plays more than the other players we drafted. But we actually picked up Fearless. Fearless, you guys know him from Envy. I was actually good friends, or I still am good friends with him, but I was really good friends with him back when I was on Envy. Me and him used to talk all the time, and we used to do videos together and play S&D tourneys. So if need be, maybe throw Fearless in the game. And we didn't get like last season I drafted Moho. And we didn't get a draft like that where you could just draft anyone. They had to be in the top 3,000 pro points, so you couldn't just draft anyone like you did before. And yeah, but those are my picks. Those are our season 3. Those are our season 3 draftees. Like I said, hopefully we need to use any draft picks. Last season Anthony did go on a cruise and we had to use Wheats. I don't think we won any games with him. Not really Wheats' fault. I think we actually went last map every single time. It was just like, our team wasn't really a good, strong search team, and you're just throwing in a player that doesn't know anything about the search game that we don't know anything about, so it doesn't really work out too well. But those are our Season 3 draft picks. Let me know what you guys think. Once again, go check out that video from Team Kaliber. I'll link it down in the description. And happy birthday to Team Kaliber. I'm not going to sing happy birthday because that would just be kind of lame to me be saying. I mean, alright, no, I'm not going to sing. But be sure to give this video a like if you guys liked it, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video. As always, this is your boy Sharp. I'm out. Peace.